Hey guys, Cullybo3 here, and welcome to episode 2 of Rags to Russian Riches. Now, continuing on from the end of the last episode, we bought a couple of English bronze players, and the first one up there you can see is Danny Ings, who we sold on for 2,300, and we bought him for only 650 coins, and Gauburn there we bought for 3,100 and sold on for 5,000. So we made just over 3k profit after tax off them, so a nice start to my trading career, I suppose, on the PS3. But what I do is, when I am low on coins, is play as many matches as I possibly can, and you can see here that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I've chopped and changed the team around from the end of the last episode because I wanted to get that bit more chemistry. I think I'm up to about 80 chemistry now, but what I do is I'll play 6 games on these guys that do have 7 contracts, and I'll hopefully try to sell them on, relist them again and again and again, and they eventually will sell, and then I'll keep buying new players and buy ones in proper formations. Like, I'll be going with 4-1-2-1-2, so I'll be buying some new English bronze players in 4-1-2-1-2 later on in the episode. But you see here in this first game, Savage is an absolute monster. I mean, this kid is absolutely, he's so strong, he's pacey, he's got a great shot, he absolutely ruins bronze teams. And again, Melis, quite surprising how good he was. His stats on his card aren't great, but he is actually a very, very talented footballer. You'll see here with a little dinked header by Melis again there. Great player. I definitely recommend him if you are looking for some very, very cheap bronze players. So that's how that first game ended, 4-0. And I powered on and played another game. I came up against this guy who actually looked like he had a pretty decent squad. It was an SPL silver/bronze hybrid, I suppose. Well, not really hybrid, but you'll see some of the players he's got in there are pretty decent, but I knew I was up against it. But I do get on the score sheet with inside 3 minutes. Savage, the main man again, scores a nice header, rose above everyone in the box, but he scores an absolutely superb goal there. Fools me with the fake shot and finesses it by my keeper. I was actually very impressed by that goal. But after 55 minutes, I do end up taking a 2-1 lead, brings his goalkeeper out, brings him into no man's land, and Bishop's there just to pass it around his keeper with an easy finesse shot, and that's how that game ended, 2-1. That was a very, very close game. He was actually a really, really good player, and you can see by his pretty solid team, even though I think he was established in May 12th, or in early enough established date. And the last guy we come up against, 26 chemistry, and I was hoping that I would boss this guy, but he was actually pretty decent. You'll see here, Savage again is the man of the hour, an absolute monster. Definitely, he's only like 150 coins. Go out and get him if you are struggling to find some good players for a cheap team. And again, Bishop there with a nice finish, and Melis does a bit of trickery and finesses it by his keeper. Bronze keepers are too easy to score on. And you'll see coming up here, he does do the pause and restart, and he eventually does end up rage quitting after 3-0. I think that was just on the stroke of halftime. So I do pick up another win, and I did win all my games today. And after that, I said I'd treat myself and I'd sign yet another Chelsea player. So we make that next signing our second silver player, Paulo Ferreira, in 4-1-2-1-2, and you'll see that's the team that I have adapted, I suppose, after the end of it. I did unfortunately get rid of Savage, even though he was an absolute beast. I might get him back again, but I wanted to try some different players. You'll see Ferreira there, and I've also got Aguiman up front, who hopefully will be a beast. I wanted to go and get some English and Premier League 4-1-2-1-2 players, and that's what I ended up with. Only paid 150 for most of them and sold on some of the other ones. And I finished the episode off with a bit of trading, and you'll see some players that I did pick up here. And trading was very similar to Xbox, regardless of what you guys do say. It was similar. I did use the buy low, sell high method, and you'll see the prices I did pick up the players for. It was all about really understanding the market and getting to know the prices of the players, which was a lot different from the Xbox, because some players' prices between the two consoles differ greatly. But you see here, I sold Ferdinand on for 2,100, so I made a profit of nearly 1,000 off him. I made over 600 coins off Livermore, and my big one there, Lavezzi, I made over 2k off, and you'll see a couple of Walcotts there. I sold on for 2,300. Now, Essien was one missing from there, and I sold Essien on for 3,000 and made nearly a 1,500 profit. So I made 7,000 profit from that little session there where I spent all my coins, and I'll show you exactly how I picked up these bargains. So what I did was, you'll see me using Theo Walcott as an example, since I did pick up 2 of him. And what I'll always do when I am trading with players in the market is search their lowest buy now price, because that's, you can get a kind of general gist of what you're going to sell them on for. Obviously, better formation players will go for that bit more. You'll see there, a lot of them are 5-2-2-1. 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1. The kind of the less popular formations will go for a cheaper price, but I know I can at least get that amount for them, so around 2,300, 2,400. And what I'll do is I'll search a maximum price of what I'm willing to pay for them in order to make a decent profit. And you'll see coming up here, there is only a couple that show up on the market in the 18th and 19th minute. Some people will want to spend a bit more. I'll try to get them for about 1,100 to 1,300 because you do have to factor the 5% tax that EA does take off. But guys, you'll see what I'm doing here is I am searching individual formations because you will get a lot more search results. You've seen on the broad search there, I think it was only 2 or 3 Theo Walcotts show up. Now try this, guys. Go out, do it with any player whatsoever. Go and search them on a broad search like what I done there, and then search all the individual formations, and you'll notice the massive amount more results that you do get. Sometimes I'd only get 2 or 3 guys that I'd find in the broad search, and yet I'd find 20, 30, 40 guys when I do an individual search. So that is that's what you got to do, guys. Search the individual formation. Now I would stick to guys or cards. I keep calling them guys. Stick to cards that are in popular leagues like Serie A, La Liga, or even the Premier League, because they will sell quicker and you can turn over your profit more easy. But yeah, that's what I've done. I will do a mass bidding technique like you'll see I do here, and I'll just leave them for an hour, come back, see what I've won, and then I'll sell them on. That's basically what I do. It's pretty easy. I will try right mid as well, but you'll see there's only 3 on the page there. If there's less than a page full when you search for something, don't bother searching individual formations because that's generally them all. But that's it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.